Hi students, it's Mr. Routhier, and this is part 3 of turning Hermione here into one of those Navis from Avatar. So in this one, we're going to paint her blue, give her some stripes, and some sparkles. Okay, so let's start. We're going to create a brand new layer. Don't forget to do this. You're going to click on create a new layer, that little square little piece of paper, and you're going to have a nice new layer here. And this is where we're going to start painting. So let's get our brush. Where's my brush? Here it is. There's your paintbrush. And let's choose, I don't know, one of these cool little globy things. This soft round globe. And we'll crank this up to, I don't know, 50. That doesn't look big enough. Let's go like 80 or 90 or something. And the color is, we're gonna actually load the color. If you double click, you see the foreground color and the background color we have? If you double click on that foreground color, you'll see we get the color picker. And down here is the color. Right now it's set to white, which is all Fs. By the way, this is hexadecimal. So in hexadecimal, we can use 0 through 9 and then A, B, C, D, E, F as numbers. It's a computer thing. Okay, we're going to use A, B, C, 0, D, 3. And you should get like a nice kind of pale blue. Okay, you got that? All right, and now we are just going to paint over the skin. And maybe I can zoom in a little bit here. See better. Actually, let's just paint over all the skin. Let me just do the whole deal here. All right, try not to get the hair. You want to get the skin there, but you don't want to get the hair. Okay, I can. Either way, I can increase and reduce the size of my brush with the keyboard if I want to. Now, do you see the brackets that are kind of over on the right side? If I go left, I can make it smaller. If I do the right bracket, I can make this thing bigger. If I make it bigger, it's easier to paint. It's not so good for the edges, though. When I do the edges, I want to make this, I'll reduce this down a little bit more. And we'll get the edges here. All right, so just be careful and do a nice job. Here's the ear. I should reduce the size of this so I can do the ear properly. I'm going to do a really good job. You can go around her little earrings. And then there's some in here too. Okay, let's increase that up again. Picture down, over, here. The hair, you don't want to just cover the hair up. Go around her hair. Don't get the dress. And then we can make this real small again. And get in here a little bit. Here we go. I'm just going to get all the skin. And if we miss any, we can always come back and add to this. Again, if you want to do a fabulous job, you can go around her necklace. Notice you can go around the necklace. It's almost midnight. I really want to go to sleep. But I want to teach you guys too, so it's a hard choice. Sleep or teach. I guess I choose teaching. All right, we have you know what we can do in here to make this a little easier? We can reduce the opacity of this area. See what the opacity is? I'll bring that down to like 50%. I can Oh, you know, that's pointless, isn't it? This will just reduce the opacity of everything. All right, put it all back up. Never mind. It was a clever idea for a moment. Okay, we'll just get the last bit. Fabulous, fabulous. And like I said, if you miss any, you can come back and get the rest of this later. Okay, so Hermione, you're looking pretty good there. Not. Okay. Next thing what we want to do is we want to change the blend mode. If you remember, the blend mode is this line in here in the layers. It says normal. And if you click on this, you see there's about 20 different blend modes. We're going to pick the one that says color. Where are you? Color, you're second from the bottom. Click that. And as you can see, she comes out pretty nice. She's got that nice blue. But that's just the beginning. Okay, so we've got that. Now we don't want her lips and her eyes to be blue because that's kind of silly. So let's zoom in. Yeah, it's not zooming. It's weird how sometimes it will zoom and sometimes it won't. That happened to Naomi yesterday. Okay. Anyway, let's put a mask on this. Maybe adding a mask will let me zoom. Oh, now I can zoom again. Isn't that weird? Okay, now that's weird. Oh yeah, there's a new now. Isn't that nice? Okay, so now I'm going to go in and I'm going to get the eyes. We've created a white mask, so we're going to have a black marker. Okay, remember black hides, white reveals. So we're going to use black to hide the blue color on her eyes and lips. Okay. Let's just start painting in here. I think I'm going to zoom in some more, and I think I'll make my brush. Okay, looking good. Now you don't want to get the skin. Don't get the skin. Now, if you accidentally do get the skin, okay, oops, I made a mistake. I got the skin. All you're going to do is, see this, just flip this back to white. Just use the white to put that blue back on the edge of the skin. Okay, sounds easy, right? Let's flip back to black, and then the other eye. Color that baby. Looking good, Emma. All right. Looking like an avatar alien. Somebody in class was telling me it would be awkward if Emma Watson could see us doing this to her. I forget who said that, but that was kind of funny. Okay, so there we go. And you notice I'm talking a little bit quieter. That's because Jesse told me, Miss Routhier, you blew my ears out last time. Please, talk quieter. You don't have to yell at us. So I'm not yelling at you. Okay, so we're masking out we're getting the normal color of the lips back. And wow, those are bright lips. And let's go smaller and get the very edges of the lips. Okay. All right, looking good. Zoom back out. All right, now look weird, but she's gonna look better. I promise. Okay, next thing, we're gonna mess around with some curves adjustment layers. Well, just one, but it's gonna have a bunch of curves in it. It's gonna be kind of cool. All right, so we're gonna add. Got the layer we just made on here. Keep track of your layers, folks. This is the we'll call this the blue layer. If you just double click right on the word, call that blue. All right, so now we're gonna make a new adjustment layer. And we're going to use this adjustment thing. And remember, if you see this adjustment, which you see usually it's set to libraries, but if you don't see the adjustment, you just click on it. Or if you don't see it at all, just come up to Window and find Adjustments and check that, and the adjustments will pop up for you. Okay, so we want one the one that says curves. See the one in the top middle that says curves? Click it. And we're going to mess with this picture a little bit and make it way better. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we got the RGB, that's red, green, blue line here. And this adjusts shadows and lightnesses. So we're going to take the bottom here, we're going to drag this down a little bit and create some contrast and some darkness in our picture. No, don't go too crazy, just a little bit there. A little bit less. And up here, we're going to bring up the top one, bring up the lights a tiny bit, create a little bit more light. Okay, so that looks good. It's just barely an S, as you can see. Don't go crazy with this because your picture will just look really dumb if you do that. All right. Next thing I want to do is add a little bit of red. If I click on this RGB and I see the red, it's going to come and try to stay in the same area I'm in. I'm just going to deepen the reds a little bit. Bring that down. Add a little bit of red. And it makes the blue pop better. And then we're going to do the blue color, and we're going to turn this into an S. Not a big giant S, but we'll bring the darks down, and we'll bring the lights up, and we'll create a little S for ourselves. And you can see the color is much nicer. Now we're talking, avatar color. Okay, so she's looking pretty good. What shall we do next? I think let's pause for one moment while I collect my thoughts, and then we'll get back to this. Okay, where's the pause button? Where are you, pause button? Okay,